Mia Microflight Delta setup. It's got a Delta fin. It just makes the helicopter want to go fast, almost like a hot rod. I'm flying it pretty fast here. Slow it down. Weather's calm right now, which is ideal for this particular size helicopter. It's such a great flyer. E-flite did such a great job with this little helicopter. And I'm pretty sure the larger one, the larger version of these guys is going to be good as well. The mSR-120 that's coming out. So for people that like the mSR, have gotten used to the flight characteristics, the 120 from E-flite, the new one that's supposed to come out August 2010, is going to be is probably going to be a hit, judging from the performance of the mSR. I'm certainly looking forward to that helicopter because I like collecting these little guys, and I flying them for fun in the backyard, calm weather, such as today. Weather's cooperating with us, so we're able to fly this a little better and enjoy the helicopter. Such a nice little flyer. This particular green color is something new that Mia Microflight is doing with some of the canopies. It's a lime green. It's very highly visual. You can really see the color up against the blue sky. It's a great color for orientation and just a fun color. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. Weather has cooled off a little bit better, and we're just flying this little mSR with Mia Microflight upgrades. The landing gear is something also new from Mia Microflight as part of the Delta mSR kits. It's just a slick looking landing gear. It's a lot stronger than what we did for the MC-X. It's got aluminum skids, fiberglass struts. It's got a battery holder, which is part of the kit, and of course the fiberglass tail fin, the Delta design tail fin, which is basically a circular in shape, and just gives it the mSR a certain very unique look. For somebody that's been flying the stock mSR that perhaps wants something a little bit different. Well, there goes the battery. The battery's going down. That's why we have the tail going around in circles, but we can still fly it. Let's do a little low flying here. There we go. We'll put the other battery and do another flight. It's a great little flyer. If anybody doesn't have the mSR, I recommend you get one. It's a lot of fun indoors as well as outdoors. And this is the battery that we're going to try it with now on the mSR fitted with the Mia Microflight mSR Delta kit, which encompasses the canopy, the landing gear with the aluminum skids, and the tail guard, the Delta tail guard. Okay, we need to push the battery a little bit forward because the helicopter wants to move backwards. That's a sign that the battery is too far backward, too far rear, or the CG to it. Basically, the assembly is very simple. This whole assembly just pops inside the landing gear holders, the stock landing gear, stock frame landing gear holders. It's press fit, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, the tail guard needs to be attached here with double-sided tape. It's a simple setup. You don't need to glue that. If you want to glue it, you can glue it, but I just hold it in place with double-sided tape, or you can use a hot melt glue just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's better. The CG is much better here. You can pretty much let go of the transmitter, and the helicopter should fly by itself, or should hover by itself. It's in this mode right now. Let's bring it back. It's a very, very nice flyer, the mSR. I fly 3D type helicopters. I don't do 3D flying too much because I enjoy more scale flights, but I do love these little tiny helicopters. They are a lot of fun, and just with the various options that we offer with the canopies, landing gear, and all these performance upgrades, it just makes the hobby a little more enjoyable. I like this particular canopy, this setup here on the mSR. As I like the color. There's some beautiful sunsets, and right now it's one of those days. Beautiful sunset, and the helicopter just looks very nice up against the blue sky. Let's do a little more flying here. I'm trying to bring it close so the camera can focus in on the details of the kit and the flight characteristics with this particular kit. This is a little more fast forward flying here. So the weather is cooperating. We have very little wind here. The wind's picking up a little bit here, but we can still fly it, I think, with a little more risk. Such a beautiful flyer. I love the mSR. In fact, I've grown to like E-flite as a company in general, because they're coming out with some very nice products. And I'm looking forward to some of their newer helicopters that they're coming out with, because I can almost sense that I'm going to have just as much fun with their new 120 size helicopter, which is basically a sub-micro. Many people probably don't know this, but about 10 years ago I developed one of the very first sub-micro helicopters called the Housefly, and 10 years later E-flite has produced the 120 SR or mSR. I believe they call it the mSR 120, which is basically the same size as the Housefly, 12-inch rotor diameter. But what's neat about this is that with new technology, it just makes things a lot better. 10 years ago I was struggling with the Housefly because I was trying to make it work with NiCad batteries, and it was just flight times were not as long as what we have these days here with lithium polymer cells. So it was quite a challenge to get a little helicopter flying, and not many people were buying into the 12-inch sub-micro helicopter, which is a standard that Mia Microflight established 10 years ago. So that's the other reason I'm looking forward to the E-flite 120. It's because they are producing some very nice helicopters, and being that it's sub-micro size, kind of reminds me of the Housefly. I'm pretty sure it's going to fly pretty nice. And I would even take a risk at recommending the helicopter without having seen it yet, just based on what I know about E-flite and having tried most of their products, which I'm very happy with. So looks like that's it, guys.